Hi, welcome back once again to the course Modeling of Digital Service. This is the third episode on creating or prototyping Laria's website, to be specific, the front page. So in our last episode 2, we managed to create the header, and if we relate that to also to our Jira board, what we are doing there in the sprint, so we can see that we already have one of the stories already for testing. Of course, we still have few things probably we might do, and now we will be looking at the carousel, which is just beneath the header. So to go forward, let's try to finish the two functionalities that we mixed here, and then we will continue with the carousel. So the two are, if we go back here, so from the main website, if I just close these menus here, so if we check here, if we click on search, this light box pop-up comes. So this should happen on any page. So even if we go to degree and then we click here, again it's same. So this should be again created as a global or a component, so then it's visible everywhere. I've already gone ahead, but let's quickly check together the if we do this and then click here, so the height of this is 200 pesos. We already have the color, let's see, and the whole of this is also, if I put it this way, I'm not even sure why they have that space there, but if I just check this side, this will be 743 pesos. So altogether, let's just assume we have here 943. So that should be our calculation for now, and let's go back to the, now we will head over straight to this place, and what I need is to place the same, let's go straight to the guide we've created. So let's take this one for example, and then we'll place the same thing here all the way to this side, and it should be 100 pesos. So you can also do it from here, just take this one out. It should be 200 actually, so this is it, this is the 200, and in this case we can convert this to a dynamic panel, so that after that we can hide it. Of course, it doesn't mean you can only hide dynamic panel, but that will be the best in this case. So let's, after this, okay, this will be, I'll just again name it, so as a good convention, this will be the search background. Let's say that, let me just put it as PG, and if I just convert this to dynamic panels, like that, and if we click on the outline, then this is the, I'll just actually also click here and rename this as search, maybe pop-up or something. So what do we need to do? We need a field that will allow us to, let's just do it this way. So let's go back to the defaults and pick a test field. So here I'm looking for test field here. And of course we can again check what was the size. So here that is about 68 in terms of the height. So this was around 700 and something, and this side was 68. And then you can see that the corners are a bit rounded. So if you select this and then check the style, and from here you can then put the corners. I see, I think 10 should be fine. And maybe we can decide not to show the border. And since we already have also something on this side, we need to hide the we don't need to also show this corners at this side. So if I select it with this, I can hide, click on this so that this side will be straight and this side will be. And then the next thing for me to do is to add another field or another section here. Let's try to, okay, good. Now we have it there, but this should also have the corners the same way we had this one. So let me put it as 10 as well, and then hide this side so that this side is also nicely. And let's hide the border and fill this with this color. So from here we can then also search for the search icon. So search, oops, I think, yeah, and then we can place this one here. So yep, it was white, and this is 35. So we can actually change this to white, and then here we can put 35. Oh, this should be 35 as well. Something is, what happened? Okay, there it is. So 35. Now we can place it at the center. Let's also check. I think it's way off limit here. So I can select this, or maybe just click Shift. Let me just make sure I'm inside this one. So here, now I see why so I was outside this. I can cut this one. It needs to be inside this one. Now when we place it, it should be fine. So if we want to edit, we need to make sure we are inside this one. And now from here we can again select these and perhaps even group them together, or maybe just look for the center of this. And let's see. So I don't think we are. Maybe this should be it. So we have enough space there. Okay, good. And here I noticed that once this pop-up or this shows up, there's already the cursor is already on focus. So let's select this one, and here let's look at the options we have. If we right click on it, we can edit the fields, style, edit. Okay, It's a lot of changes you could do here. But let's see. So this is an input field, and we can actually from here, okay, if I select it again, okay, I see that this is so close. I'll put it 10, so when we start typing there will be some 10 space there. And maybe I will also name this as test field. Test field. What else can we do here? Let's see. We'll come back to this, but for now, since we've been able to do this, we can actually select the entire thing and set it to hidden. Set hidden. So now we can even also put it back so that this is visible. And let's go back inside again. We need the close icon, so close, and in this case I just place this one. This seems too big for me, so let's see if we have something lighter. Maybe not. Let's stick with this one. But we can also create our own in this case if we think what we have is not something. Let's see, did I place it in the wrong place? No. So let's come back to this, and here we can create our own close. We take this, for example, here, and then increase this to say 2 or 3, make it white, and then so here, and we can actually make this one like 45 degrees. So here we can place this to 45 degrees, and it will be like that. Let's again ensure that it's not good. Okay, and then copy paste again, and maybe I'll place it 135, and there we go. So now I can actually place these two together as with the shifts, select both, and then let's group them as close. And now let's drag and drop it to the corner. So what we want to see now is that when user clicks on this one, let's add an interaction, then it hides this. So on click or on tap, hide. Now this is a good point that if you didn't name your, so we want to hide this pop-up, hide it. Yeah, that's all we need. And the next thing we want to also do is that once user clicks on this, unclick, show this, and treat it as a, let's treat this as a light box. And what this means is that it'll, so let's put this one like that, 60% should be probably fine. And oops, let's see, it's a light box, and bring forward if it is at the back. Good. So let's see what we've done now. If we click preview, this is now if I click on this, as you can see, it brings this one, and then we have this one. If you click here, you can start typing, and then if I click on this, okay, so this is not working as expected. Let's go back and check what might be the issue. So if I click on this one, so I want to hide this pop-up, which is a dynamic panel. It's saying show, so it's supposed to be this by default, and then we are now hiding this. But aside that, I think also that we could increase here we can put that once it shows, let's keep on focus. I don't want to type before, so I want it to be on focus on page load. So what we can do, let's see what, so hints, let's try to set this to focus. We can use, of course, interaction to do that. So for now, let me again change this to our Larius own font, this Pro, and maybe set it as regular, and here we can put it as, let's say, 20. Good. And then we can say that if we click on this, let's see what kind of interaction we can on show. Okay, so if we click on this, we want to show this pop-up. We can add one more action, and let's say set, okay, focus, and here we had a test failed. Let's try this if it will work. So test failed. Select test in test field or test area. Let's first check what we get from here. So we've clicked on this. Now I'm clicking on that, and of course you see immediately it has it. So we've set this to on focus, and when you type something, then you can search, and then you can click on this, close it to come back. So that's how to place that. The next thing we want to do is that when we click on, if we go back here, if we click on this, then we have something like that. So this is a full page thing. We might need to do maybe not the entire one. We will just go ahead, and this is happening only on the front page. So let's go to home page, and then try to get our, again, here we have some boxes already for this, so I'll just drag, I think it's 2/3 or something. So let's try to make this one a little bit smaller, and here I hope I'm on the home page, so we can also see from here if I'm on home page. Of course I am, and I can maybe bring this a little bit here, and this one here. I could check also from there, but I don't think it's that. Let's make it 1080p. This should be fine. Okay, and I think we could select both and convert this again to dynamic panel, because it's not visible until you have clicked something. And then again we can send it backwards, so we see what we have on the front page. And then if we click here, we could say that menu content. So this is the hamburger menu content, and then the state one, it's showing these two. We can actually set this to heading as well. Set to heading. Oh, not that one here. Set this to heading. Okay, so it's not by default visible. And then if we click, we can now start to edit this one. Here we do have two major fields, so one of them is okay. If we just do this, so we have the quick dimension, which is 22, and then we have this one, which is 22 as well, and the rest, this is 60 actually. Okay, this is really huge, so I didn't have this in mind, but we can create them. So, and these are accordion, so we will create this separately as their own story. We will do that separately, but for now we have the idea what to do. So we can start with 22. Let me see, I think I have that one here. And then we can say quick links, and then we have again maybe not bold, we could select regular for that, and then in here we could put student services, okay. And then we have other, but for now we will not we don't have to go into details of that. We can just go ahead and then do this. Oh, what's why you need to do a hard ah. Okay, so now we can do the content of this later, but for now let's just place the option to close or search also here. So let's put the search. Let's search for, okay, we need to make sure we are also in all the libraries, so we can have the search icon placed somewhere here. It should be white, and I didn't check if it has this, so let's put this 24 at least. Maybe it's too small, so let's put it 32. I'll check the actual size, but for now let's put it this way. And then we need the Excel, since we already have one under the components here. I can actually copy the same thing and then go back to the pages, home, and actually under this one we have the, I can copy paste. Oh, it copied only one out of that. Let's go back. As this 35, 32, but here we do have this, and copy that. Then we are back to here, let's look for the pages home this side, and we can now place them here and maybe make it a little bit smaller. Shifts and like that, and then we can even position it well, and of course also position this closer a little bit. We'll also look at where this search will take us later on, but for now we have these headers, and then of course some, I think I will place those already, but we might need accordion, so it's better we create the content of this later on. But at least now you got the idea how to show this one. And here we can see that on click, when we click on this, we want to hide this time it's not search but it's content menu. So this particular one, we want to hide it. Good. And then when we go back to the components here, now when we click on this, we also want to show, okay, actually that one should also be, I think if we go back to the site, irrespective of where you are, we should be able to see that one. So that could also be created, of course, as a generic one on the same. If I go back here, and instead of placing it here, I will just cut the whole thing and take it back all the way to this side and place it here. So again, it's been placed here, and that will mean that once I'll just also push this to the back. And then when we click on this, what do we want? We want this to appear. So on click, show what is hidden. So we have this menu thing which is hidden, and then once we are showing it, we also want to slide it to the left. The speed should be fine, and that's it. So now let's preview this and see what we have. So when I click, okay, I wanted it to be also on top and not just below it. So what I would do, if we go back, we are saying that this, and then we can click more and say that push. Okay, what do we have here? No, bring to front, like that. So now if we try again, click, then you see, so then we can click on this and get back here.